Hi people from the internet, my name is Melissa and I'm here to bring you my April wrap-up. So let's get started. Yay! The first book I read in April was Mark of Athena, the third book in the Heroes of the Olympus series, and this was my favorite Heroes of the Olympus book. I absolutely love it. I think it was because it was like mostly from Annabeth's point of view, and Annabeth is my all-time favorite Percy Jackson character. She's so lovely and I love her. So yeah, I read Mark of Athena. Loved it. Completely recommend the Heroes of Olympus series. If you haven't read it, like me, go read it. It's awesome. So the next book I read in April was obviously House of Hades. I mean, I have to pick it up after Mark of Athena because cliffhanger in the end. If you have read Mark of Athena, you know what I mean. This book was not, I mean, Mark of Athena is definitely my favorite, but this one was also great. This is second in the Heroes of Olympus, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the next book in the series. I think it comes up in October, I think, and I can't wait. I'm so excited about it. So the next book I read was kind of unusual because it's a comic book and I don't read that many comic books. I mean, I think this is the first American comic book I have ever read, and that is Saga Volume 1. And this has some adult content, so if you are a minor, please you need to wait to read this. It has some sexual things going on, so definitely set this one up if you are still like a kid. But aside from that, this book was amazing. I absolutely love it, and I'm so excited to continue on with this series. I mean, I think there's 3 volumes out. First of all, this is not mine. This is my brother's copy, and I kind of borrow it. So I'm excited. I think he's gonna get the other 2 volumes, but if not, I will need to get them my own because I need to know what happens next. And yeah, I will absolutely recommend this book. Even if you are new to comics like me, it's a great start. It's awesome. It has a great story, has great art. I absolutely recommend it. Go and read it. Okay, the next book I read, I don't have a physical copy of because I'm lending it to a friend, and that book is Furies of Calderon. I did a review on that, and link down below for that if you want to know what I think about it. But I loved it. It was amazing. Read it please. It's so good, so amazing. If you're into epic fantasy like me, go and read it now. Okay, moving on. After Furies of Calderon, I read a kind of controversial book in the booktube community right now, and that is Dorothy Must Die. And I really loved it. It was so good. I mean, by no means it was perfect. The ending was kind of rushed, but I really liked it. I ended up giving it like a 4.5 on Goodreads. And actually the author of this book follows me on Twitter, and she's so lovely. She's such a lovely person. It's such a good story and a twist. The Wizard of Oz is so different from anything I have read about the Wizard of Oz. And yeah, read this book. I absolutely recommend it. And yeah, lovely book. And the only thing that I thought was kind of weird was kind of the romance, and oh my god, the ending of this book. And also the back here, it's kind of misleading, so don't read this if you're trying to read this book. Just don't. I really love fairy tale retelling, so this was right up my alley. It was so good. It was not your usual fairy tale retelling. It was kind of dark and really twisted, especially Dorothy's character. It was different, but absolutely amazing, and I feel it was a great book, so absolutely recommend it. Go and read it. The next book I read in April was Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and this was a difficult one. I don't get me wrong, I love it. I love this book, but it was so hard for me to read it. Yeah. This book was written like 2000 years ago, and it touches subjects so relevant even to today's society. Like the fact that Jane and Mr. Rochester fell in love with not with how they look like, but their souls, their like the essence of their being. It was so beautiful, and the writing was absolutely stunning. It was definitely something I would say everybody should read. It was such a good book. It deserves all the hype through history that it has gotten, and it deserves its place in the classic thing. It's absolutely beautiful. So I absolutely recommend this book. It's hard to read at the beginning, but when it picks up, it's amazing. And I absolutely recommend it. Go and read it. The next book I read in April was definitely my month's favorite, and it's also one of my all-time favorite authors, and that is The Unbound by Victoria Schwab. And The Archive was amazing, but this one, wow, it was so good. So good. I cannot put into words what I felt reading this. It was so amazing. I absolutely love Victoria Schwab's writing style. I love all of her books, and I intend to owning all of her books. And she's amazing. I don't know if you follow her on Twitter, but she's so nice. And every time I have tweeted at her, she responds almost immediately. She's a lovely author. Please check her out. This is the second book in the Archive duology trilogy, and this is a book that I feel you need not going into many details before you read it, because there's nothing really you can say without spoiling the good parts. So trust me, this series is amazing. Please go and read it. Also check other Victoria Schwab's books like Vicious. She's such an amazing writer, and right now there is like she wants to write the next book to this series, but like her publisher doesn't want to. So please give support to this author, because I really want the next book. I really do. So please go and read it. It's amazing. So, and I really love it. This is definitely one of my favorite series, duologies, in this year. I absolutely love it. I just want to hug it. The next book I read, I don't have a physical copy because I bought it in my iPad, and that is Obsidian by Jennifer Armentrout. And I think many people will hate me for this, but I mean, this book was enjoyable. It was okay, but I think it was really cliche. All the hot guy Damon going on, and this awkward girl falling for him. I mean, in the end they don't end up together, but I don't know, it felt so cliche to me. It was really enjoyable. I mean, I was having fun reading it, and I think that's what's the most important part of a book. You having fun reading a book. And I liked it. I give it like 4 stars in Goodreads, I think. It was really an enjoyable read, and I must say at times I found myself really looking forward to reading this book, and it felt great. Sometimes Simon was a douchebag, but I think that's part of his personality. I just thought it was okay. It was an enjoyable read. I will definitely continue on with the series because it was an enjoyable read, and I want to know what happens next. But it will not be one of my favorite series, but it was definitely a fun read. And I will never buy physical copies of those books. The covers are horrible, but I can have it on my iPad, so yay! I read a total of 8 books in April. I know for some of you that's not a lot, but for me it's great. Especially with med school and tests and all of that. I think I did great this month reading 8 books. But thank you so much for watching. I don't think I'll be doing a May TBR because I'm horrible with TBRs. But if you want to know, I will definitely be reading the Mortal Instruments for this month because the last book comes out in the end of May, I think. I think it's May 27th, something like that. So I will be definitely reading the Mortal Instruments series because I haven't finished that series. I know. I know. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, leave a comment down below, and keep reading. Bye!